Okay, so in this assignment, part of the data team has been collecting information for the top sales for the website. So we ran a report, came up with all the items that are in the top whatever percentage. There we go. And before this, during the year, we've had some people collecting attribute information for these items. And we did it by supplier. So what this part of the team is now doing is I give them a spreadsheet and they go to this supplier. Here we go. This supplier here, and then they would go to that supplier's spreadsheet, find the attribute information for this particular product, and then they're copying and pasting it over here. So we have all these spreadsheets that have attribute information for top sales. And what we're going to be doing is importing them by type of product, like feet or shoes or socks, liners, different things like that. So what I have to do is I have to go into the top sales sheets and then separate them out into those type of products. And I have a lot of spreadsheets to do. So this is where I'm going to need your help. I've done 5 spreadsheets so far, and I'm going to go through with you and show you how to do it. And I already gave you access to a folder on Google Docs called Top Sales Sheets. And here are a bunch of the different types of products. And I've tried to come up with every possible one that I could think of, but there could be some in there that maybe we still need to add. I'm not sure. But this is a good start. So what we're going to do, close one of these, is I'm going to first look at the description here. And it doesn't matter if it's highlighted or not, just ignore any kind of highlighting or anything. You're just transferring information. You don't have to do any of the work. So this is a moldable insert. I know where that goes, but since this is just starting for you, you may not know what that is or where it would go on the website. So the best thing for you to do is go to the Cascade website. Okay, and you could type in a portion of that. I wouldn't use the supplier's name because this is information. I guess it's already been categorized. Yeah, so you could search for it on the website if you needed to. And we'll just put moldable inserts. And here we go. Here's their inserts. Here's Euroheat inserts. So this is listed under new products. But you can see that it's a foot, something to do with feet. Let's go back to the search results and see if we can get new products. Isn't going to tell you where it goes on the website. That's just like a promo section. So, but is that all that it's categorized under? Let's look at another one and see if it's in 2 places. No. Okay, so if I look at my top sales categories, I can look through here and I see I've got a foot care one, And that's pretty much it. So I could go to foot care. And once again, there's going to be tons of stuff in this spreadsheet, so hopefully it won't get too confusing. I always like to freeze my row so that that header stays up there where I can see it. And there's a couple tabs down here. Data version 2 is the one that we're going to work with. Old data, don't pay attention to. Top sales, foot care 1, that stuff you don't need to pay attention to. Only the one that says data version 2. And if there's not a data version 2, then you can make one. And all you have to do is right click and you can say not right click, that's duplicating. Over here to the add sheet. And if you push that, a new one will come up and you can name it by double clicking and typing that in. But we already have one, so we're just gonna delete it. Okay, so back over here to version 2. Lots of foot care stuff. I go back here and look at my things again just to make sure. Patient aids, shoes. Let's look at shoes. Looks like this one needs to have its row frozen. Yeah, so these are all truly shoes, so we'll go back to foot care. And these have lots of post-op shoes in them, which is like a soft little thing they put around to protect your foot. But insoles, here's shoe inserts. So I know that this is going to go in here. Seems logical. So I would go over here to my spreadsheet. I'm just going to copy inserts. Control C. And then back to foot care. Control V for pasting. There you go. So it's pasted in. Back to the spreadsheet. You don't have to mark that you did it or anything, just move down to the next section. This has to do with footwear, but this looks like a shoe to me. Men's black size, and you can look at the any information here to help you decipher what the product is and where it might go. So this is like footwear, athletic performance. That all looks like it's a shoe. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my top sales sheets and find the shoe one. My computer sometimes has trouble transferring from sheet to sheet, especially when it's a big block of information. Hopefully you don't have that problem with your computer, but I just keep telling it to keep moving forward, and eventually it works out. Sometimes I have to go back and do the data in smaller pieces, but this might be one of those times. I don't know. It's taking an awful long time. There we go. Okay, so back to my spreadsheet. So this is what you're going to do. You're just going to keep going down until you've moved everything to a spreadsheet. Now, this is kind of an easier one with just shoes. You could definitely use do something where it's a lot more complicated. Let's do that. Looks like there's one that's coming up that looks like it's more difficult. Oops, not shoe care, shoes. Mm. There we go. Okay. Back to the spreadsheet. Now we have this even cut abrasive supplier, and we're looking for a finishing cone for arbor course. Cones for rubber arbor. And this has a sources Cascade, which is old, and I don't even know where they got that. So we're going to go to the website. I'm going to put in cones for arbor, see what happens. So we can just click on one of them. It really doesn't matter if you're looking for the same supplier as long as you're looking for a similar product. So you can see that this is under tools and equipment up here. So let's go see if we have tools and equipment. Here's tools and equipment. Okay, back to the spreadsheet. Copy that. Okay, back to the spreadsheet. So you can take a whole group if they are similar in their descriptions here. So aluminum band, polishing cone, sanding cone, polishing cone, sanding cone. All of these cones, you can pretty much imagine that they're all going to go together, just similar to this one up here. And it's all part of tools. Aluminum band stock. Does that say band or bar? Band. This isn't going to be anything like it, but this here would be band, spring, or sheet stock. And this is under fabrication. So we look here, fabrication. Gonna copy it. And I went too far down the page. Whoop. Here we go. Okay, so I think that's enough examples to kind of give you an idea what we're doing. We're just moving stuff around. If you come across something that you have a question on, just try and stick it in the best one that you can. I'm going to be going through and cleaning up all the data for the import sheet, so I'm going to look at this again. So don't worry if you find something and it's not quite right. The website should be able to help you figure out where it goes, and just do the best you can. It's not any big deal if it ends up in the wrong spot. I'll just move it to the right spot when I'm doing the cleanup. Let me think if there's anything else. When you're on Basecamp, let me just click a link here. When you're in Basecamp and you look up at the very top, this is all the top sales data and imports here. Okay, so they're working down here. I've done through, I'm pretty sure, spreadsheet 5, broken up for import complete. So you need to start with number 6, which is where I was at here, and you can just assign it to yourself, Delaney. Okay, and I'm going to put in here a little message for you. Start at row, back to the spreadsheet, row 478. Okay, change this because I don't want it to go to her anymore. She's not helping. There we go. Okay, so if you do have any questions, just email me, obviously. It should go pretty quickly, and hopefully you'll catch up to them and they'll be done, and you'll be done all at the same time, and then we can move on to the next step. Thanks so much.